Harris's campaign out with a new ad that is airing nationwide soon, and it features the story of a young sexual assault survivor from Kentucky, Hadley Duvall.
I was 5 years old when my stepfather abused me for the first time. I just felt like I was alone on a planet with a monster. I was 12 when he impregnated me. I didn't know what it meant to be pregnant at all. But I had options. Because Donald Trump overturned Roe v. Wade, girls and women all over the country have lost the right to choose, even for rape or incest. Donald Trump did this. He took away our freedom.
And Hadley has been out on the road with the Harris campaign's reproductive rights bus tour this week, and she is my source tonight. And Hadley, it's so great to have you back on the show, because we spoke after you were featured, your story, in an ad for Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear when he was up for re-election. You know, rare thing for a Dem and a Republican, a deep red state like your home state. What impact do you want this ad featuring your story to have?
You know, I want people to know that no matter what state you live in, we are all at risk of a total abortion ban if we don't elect Kamala Harris into office. And that's the reality, and it's scary because we did elect a Democratic governor in Kentucky, and they still wouldn't add exceptions for rape and incest at the very least. And, you know, they won't hear us at the state level. They won't. They make their own decisions. But us girls, we don't get to decide what state we're violated in. Women don't get to decide what state their pregnancy goes south in. And, you know, that's just the big message is it's not humane to have these laws and these limitations on women.
For that message that you want to get out there, obviously they're reaching out to battleground states, channels like Bravo, the season premiere of Survivor, the WNBA playoffs. That's when people are going to be able to see your ad, and many of them may not be familiar with your story. But for people who are watching, you know, do you want this to reach just women? Do you want men to be listening to your message? What are you hoping for here?
Absolutely. This is everybody's problem. This is not just about women. You know, this happened to me because a father figure let me down. And, you know, I didn't get there on my own. And it is just so important for men to be able to stand up for women, like people like Governor Beshear, Governor Shapiro, and to stand up and say, women deserve these options. And, you know, if we don't have men saying that we deserve these options, if we don't have men fighting for our rights, what do we have?
At the end of your ad, as people just heard you say, Donald Trump did this. What are your biggest concerns if he's reelected? And I wonder, you know, when you watch the debate like we saw last week, and Trump doesn't say whether or not he'd veto a national abortion ban if it came to his desk, how you heard something like that?
You know, it's very obvious that he wouldn't say he would veto a national ban, and that right there put us at risk. That right there told me that the only person that can save us from a national abortion ban is Kamala Harris. She looked right at Donald Trump and she said, women did not want this. She was not afraid to stand up loud and proud for women and girls in that situation and tell America exactly what she would be fighting for and exactly what she would do for women. Donald Trump, on the other hand, couldn't even look up, and he changed the subject. He couldn't even tell us that he would protect us because we know that he won't.
Hadley, when I first heard your story, I think like most people, deeply shaken and affected by it. And I just wonder what it's like for you personally to have used such a terrible and horrible thing that you went through, first in the way you used it with Governor Beshear's effort in his election, but also to have it featured in a moment like this one in a presidential campaign.
It really makes little me feel so seen and so heard. But, you know, to know that I survived and I went through the trauma and I got through the story, And, maybe I got through that, so I'm able to fight for the voiceless now. And I just take that with so much gratitude that there are women and girls out there who trust me with their stories and who trust me with their deepest, darkest secrets. And, Kamala Harris is leading this fight for us. And it's honestly an honor to be able to help show the world exactly who she is, because Kamala Harris is one of the most genuine people. And we need a president like her.
Hadley Duvall, you are a very strong young woman. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.